everyone, welcome back to Gupshup with Khana. This is Khana Kajela reporting. Let's get started with today's topic. Before starting today's episode, I would like to hear your opinion on this series on financial scam. So please do write your opinions on this series in the comment section. Let's get started. Now, really tired of all the financial scams that Raju has survived through, Raju wanted to take a stroll and walk around, have a pleasant time in a park which was nearby his house. Now, while Raju was walking in that park, he saw a booth of an insurance company. And then he thought to himself, after looking at that booth, that a good investment in an insurance policy won't hurt him at such a time. And after all the scams he has went through, he thought that this investment might change and give a positive impact on his life. Raju went ahead and inquired about all the policies and insurance schemes that were offered by that company. Now, the booth was of a very reputed company, so Raju had complete trust. But what he wasn't knowing is that on the other side was again one more financial scam waiting, because the person was a fraudster again. So when Raju inquired about the whole insurance scheme, policies, etc., the person told that the insurance is of 2 lakhs and the premium will be of 10,000. And Raju thought to himself that it is kind of a pretty good deal and he should go ahead with it. So Raju expressed his willingness, his interest towards the same, and he wanted to take this insurance. And the person positively replied that sure, it is great that you want to join with us, and let me tell you the pros and cons of this insurance policy. After hearing this, Raju became more willing to invest towards this policy. But after all the inquiry and detailings were done, Raju finally asked that since I want to enroll, is there any initial fees or any advance payment that I have to do? And the person replied that yes, you surely have to do a payment, and that is of 10,000. To that, Raju replied positively and said that sure, let me just make the payment and let me search for the link or the platform on your official website through which I can pay you directly. On hearing that, the person replied that sir, this is a special booth of our insurance company and you have to pay on these given details on this card on ABC Insurance Company. This is the account number. You have to pay here, and this is a limited time booth. So that is why we are also giving you an offer. That is an offer of 50% off. You only have to pay 5,000 right now. This statement made Raju believe the person even more. And then Raju went ahead and made the payment on the site and the details given by that person without even thinking once. After the payment was done, Raju showed that how his account has been debited by 5,000, and the person replied that people of our company will visit your house within the 7 days. You just have to fill this form and give it to me. Raju filled the form and went home happily. After 7 days, Raju tried contacting the booth, but there was no answer, and the booth was nowhere to be found after 7 days. And that is when Raju realized that he has been scammed again. So what did we learn from this story? Point number 1, you shouldn't make any payment or disclose financial information towards such booths and stands. Secondly, if you have to make a payment and enroll yourself into some, maybe take an insurance, etc., you should always go to the official site and then make the payment. And if there is no payment method through the official site, try contacting the people from the official site, because that is what exactly Raju did after not receiving a response. Raju called and contacted the people from the official website, and he found out that there was no such booth set up by them, and he has been scammed. And if there is a booth, you always have to make the payment through the direct link portal provided on the official site of that insurance company. On hearing that, Raju realized and never did such a mistake again. Hence, we should also take care and always refer to the official website of the company or the organization. Thirdly, among the account details for payment given by scammer, the account name might be of the official company, but the account number can never be of the official company. The scammer will always give his personal account number. So you can just go ahead and verify the account number and details with the official website of that company and be aware and avoid scams like that. Lastly, if you are a victim of such a cybercrime, you should report it to your nearest cybercrime station or report it to the official site, that is https://cybercrime.gov.in. I really hope that you enjoyed today's episode. We will meet next week. Till then, keep smiling. This will be the conclusion of our today's discussion. To watch more of this content, don't forget to like, share and subscribe my channel, and we'll keep the videos coming.
A KH production.